Hello and welcome to our video series on igniting a passion for a lifestyle of prayer that influences and shapes culture and empowers the church to be salt and light to the nations. Taken from my book, Kingdom Driven Prayers, Prayer Works. Our theme for today's video is prayer and kingdom influence. I will read a summary on chapter 4 of my book, Plugged into Kingdom Culture. Prayer works as we engage people and society from a kingdom mentality. We do it knowing we are ambassadors of God's kingdom, called to disciple the nations with God's eternal principles. However, for cultural transformation to also take place, the church, united, must learn how to invade the domains of society with intercession and kingdom strategies revealed in the place of prayer. When I talk about the domains of society, I'm talking about the domain of family, the religious domain, science and technology, government and politics. I'm talking about education. You see, all of these domains are domains instituted by God. None of this domain in itself is evil. It is human ideology that has shaped culture today and has shaped the way some of these domains function. When I say human ideologies, I also mean that these domains have been shaped by godly principles. There are nations today that are blessed because men and women understood godly principles and were able to apply it to society. No wonder Jesus, speaking to his disciples in John chapter 17, he prayed a prayer for them. He said, God, I do not want you to take them out of the world. I want you to keep them from the world and from the influence of the world. Sanctify them by the truth. Just as you have commissioned me, I am commissioning them and sending them out into the world. He sent his disciples out to be ambassadors of Christ, influencing all of society. And this is your calling and my calling also. But you see, prayer plays a very strategic part in you and I being effective men and women of influence in whatever sphere of society we are planted. I moved to a new neighborhood not too long ago. And I was living in a Christian environment. And there was a thought in my mind that made me think I was moving into the real world. And the Lord caught my attention. I had to renew my mind anew. He told me, Eric, you are not moving out of your Christian bubble into the real world. You are taking the real world with you and going into your new environment to influence and change the environment and the culture with kingdom culture and kingdom mentality. Wow, this is how we should think. Whether you are called to the family domain, you are called to government and politics, whether you are called to sports and entertainment, you are called to media, you are called to education, we are to operate from a kingdom mentality, fueled, empowered by our lifestyle of prayer. Joseph was a man of prayer. He used his gifts to interpret dreams that people had and also Pharaoh had. But for him to have been able to do that, he had to go to God in the place of prayer. Esther was a woman of prayer. She was strategically positioned and planted in the domain of government. Yeah, she was a queen. And when Haman wanted to annihilate the Jews, God used Esther. and her uncle Mordecai. In fact, she told Mordecai, fast with me and pray with me for 3 days. I cannot approach the king, because when I do, without him calling me in, I might lose my position. Praying, fasting granted her favor before the king. And something that was meant for evil, for a group of people, turned out for their good. Why? Because they understood the place of fasting and prayer. Daniel was a man of prayer, positioned in the political and government arena. He was able to be an influencer in not just one regime, 3 governmental regimes. Why? He was a man of prayer and a man of influence. You see, the calling of the church is to influence society with God's eternal principles, because God's eternal principle make life work. Why don't you take some minutes and ask the Lord, Lord, teach me how to pray kingdom prayers from a kingdom mentality, from a kingdom paradigm, because you have called me to engage society with a kingdom paradigm, influencing it through my lifestyle, but also influencing it in the place of prayer. God bless you, and see you in our next video. Bye-bye.